get an 8, out my brains I'll blow on Card Shark. And here's the host from Card Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you. And good morning to you. Did everybody catch that poem? If I get an 8, out my brains I'll blow. Maureen Zuko of Hancock, Michigan sent that in. And Maureen, we'd like to thank... Maureen, don't send us any more poems, all right? Let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Bettina, if you will, start loading into cards, please. And as you can see, we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Our champion, Laura Crosby. Hi, Laura.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Fine. How about you?
Very good, thank you.
Won't you remind us about yourself?
Yes, my name is Laura Crosby. I've lived in California all my life. I sell gold jewelry, and I love to ski and play tennis.
Good. And you are a returning champ. Didn't do so good with the money cards first time.
No, I sure didn't.
Maybe you get another chance at it.
I hope so.
And our challenger is Yvonne Stallworth. Hi, Yvonne. Nice to see you again. Won't you remind us about yourself?
All right. I'm Yvonne, and I'm from Pensacola, Florida. I attend Florida State University, and I'm an accounting major.
Good. And we asked a question. You said something about your mother's cooking and all, and that bothered you.
Yes, remind me. Yes, because I really would like to apologize to my mother. I just said that to answer the question.
What you said, see, some of the people may have missed it. No, we don't want you to repeat it. You said your mother didn't cook too good, right? But that was not true. Your mother's a good cook, right?
Right, excellent.
Did I get you off the hook, Yvonne?
Right.
Okay. Good luck to both of you. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled. The players cut them before we go on the air. And the upper cards, the red cards, will be played by Laura. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by Yvonne. Laura has uncovered a queen as her base card, and Yvonne an 8. Before you can call high-low on the cards, you must first win a high-low toss-up question. Now, we play the best 2 out of 3, and Yvonne, the challenger, won the first game. So, Laura, you need this game. And the question goes to you. Now, this is what we're talking about is a very big show on Italian television. And we asked 100 women. Every night on Italian television, dozens of housewives perform a striptease. That's true. It's a big hit. If it were legal here, would you be willing to do a striptease on television? How many American women said yes, they'd be willing to do a striptease on television?
Oh boy, that would take an awful lot of nerve, I think, because everybody watches television in America.
That show might be a hit too, Laura.
Yeah, it could. It could. I'm going to say 25 women.
25?
Yes.
What do you think, Yvonne? Higher or lower than 25 would be willing to do the striptease?
Well, I know that I wouldn't have, you might be willing, but you might not have the nerve. So I'm going to say that they said lower.
Lower than that. Well, if it is lower, you'll go to the board first, Yvonne. If not, it'll be Laura. The actual number of women who would be willing to do a striptease on television is 3. Very much lower, Yvonne. Well, Yvonne, we left off with an 8 as your base card. You won the question. You have the right to change it.
Right, and I would like to change it.
Next card off the top of the deck is a jack.
All right. And I'm going to cross my fingers and say that the next card is lower.
Lower than a jack?
Yes. All right.
You can freeze at any time.
Yeah, good card. All right, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, and I'm going to say that the next card is also lower.
Lower than a 10. Risking that card in this one. Yes, with a 9.
And I'm gonna freeze.
We'll move the freeze bar over. Can't take those cards away, and Yvonne has a 2-card lead. Yvonne, we asked 100 policewomen across the country. If you saw your husband speeding, would you give him a ticket? How many policewomen said they would give their husband a ticket?
Well, I know I would. Do you know I just got my license, by the way? I haven't gotten a ticket, though. But if my husband got... Yeah.
I didn't know that, Yvonne, but now that you mention it.
Okay, about 40.
40 would give their husband a ticket, Laura.
Oh, boy. That's a tough one. I know I would personally, because you'd think they'd want them to slow down, and teach them a little lesson. I'm going to say a little bit higher.
Higher than that?
Please.
Well, I look at it the other way. The actual number of soon-to-be divorced policewomen who would give their husband a speeding ticket is 34. It's not. Do you want that 9, mind, Yvonne?
No.
And she gets a 5.
All right.
Good change.
All right. And I'm going to say that the next card is higher.
Higher than a 5? No, it's a 2. And that gives Laura a free chance to play off the queen. You didn't win the question. You can't change it. Call this, Laura.
Fine, next card lower.
Lower than a queen.
Yes.
Yes,
Good.
a 7.
I'm gonna freeze.
Freezing it right there. Laura needs 3 cards. Yvonne needs 2. We're at sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Laura, we asked 100 mothers of 16-year-old girls. If you could trade figures with your daughter, or excuse me, if you could, would you trade figures with your daughter? How many mothers of 16-year-olds said they would trade figures with their daughters?
16 is a ripe age. And,
That's a good term, Laura.
yeah, that's a good age there. I'm gonna say 50.
50
Yeah.
would trade places with their figures with their 16-year-old.
Okay. I had a pretty good figure when I was 16, so I'm gonna say, and my mother wasn't jealous,
You're
but
doing
I
all
think
right now,
she
Yvonne,
would.
too.
I think she would. It's higher.
Higher. Even more would trade.
Higher.
The actual number of mothers who would trade figures with their 16-year-old daughter is 64. Yvonne, you need 2 cards to win. Laura needs 3 cards. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I'm gonna pass it. Take
Laura,
it.
one mistake, we have a new champion. You need all 3 to tie it up. With a 7, call this.
Oh, I'm gonna say the next card is higher.
Higher than a
please.
7. No! The match! Laura, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very
You're
much.
a fine
It's a
champion.
pleasure.
Laura
Thank
Crosby.
you.
Thank you, Laura. Yvonne, come on down here. Any way you want to get here, that's okay. You just got to bubble down a little bit, Yvonne.
All right, my bubble is down.
Yvonne's going to go for the big money right after this. Great.